Perfect.
All right, everybody, what's going on, man? How y'all doing? Welcome to today's live episode of SWACTalk, man. We got a little pregame show going on, and hey, he ain't throwing against he ain't throwing 500 against very many people, but man, he made TCU look a little silly out there, man. That was a hell of a game. I don't know how many people watched that Colorado game, man, but that was a hell of a game. TCU, slow start, but got back in it. But Colorado never gave up. So it's gonna be interesting to see how they do for the rest of the season. You know, if they can keep that pace up. If Travis Hunter gonna make it through the season, man, playing all those snaps. They really played him a lot. We got SWAC action live right now. Got Grambling and Hampton facing off right now in the Brick City Classic. Already a curious decision in that game from Hugh Jackson and Grambling. They scored the first touchdown of that game and went for two. You know, I mean, I guess, you can take that however you want, but I was, really surprised. I was really surprised that they went for two early like that. Those two interceptions, man, especially the first one, because I think the first one hurt. Well, they both hurt equally, but I think the first one was really big because if they scored out, they may take control of that game early. That last one really kind of took some steam out of them, but they was able to rebound and keep going. But that was, for a non-SWAC game and non game that I'm, not really super interested in. I thought it was a pretty interesting game, man, to watch. But like I said, now we got SWAC action going on. Brick City Classic, end of the first quarter. Hampton leads Grambling 7-6. The clock is not working at the game, so it's hard to keep tabs on what's going on with the time and everything. So kind of feeling my way through that one. Got Valley starting up in a minute. They may be starting. I'm gonna try to pull that one up and keep tabs on that one. So we got two games going on. Got a bunch of games going on later tonight. So wanted to just come in, man, and go over some last minute stuff, do a last bit of talking before everybody plays. So you can get all your trash talk out, what I'm saying, before the action really take place. Pine Bluff had a pretty decent showing against Tulsa to open up the season for them. They were able to get a turnover early in the game and convert that into a touchdown. Got another interception, but couldn't really do anything with it. And they just, they kind of went stagnant. Tulsa changed quarterbacks due to injury, and their offense exploded in the second quarter, scoring 28 points in the second quarter and 14 in the second half. So I thought Pine Bluff represented themselves pretty well, for all things considered. They got off to a good start. They just couldn't keep it up. They finished with 252 yards of offense, averaged 3.7 yards per play, only had the one turnover. So they played a fairly clean game, but they had some issues. And they really got torched through the air by Tulsa, 16 or 20 for 257 yards, 4 touchdowns. They had the 2 interceptions. Gave a 260 on the ground. So that was a really rough night for Pine Bluff. 5.3 yards per carry allowed. 517 total offense, giving up 7.5 yards per play. 5 of 16 on third down for Pine Bluff, so that was pretty solid. And like I said, they were 1 for 1 in the red zone. They did have 2 sacks, gave up 4, but I think they got some building blocks. I was surprised to see some of the athleticism that some of the guys had. they have a few playmakers. Receivers dropped a lot of passes though. I don't know if that's first game jitters or if that's going to be one of the weaknesses of this receiver crew at Pine Bluff. But they dropped a couple of huge passes in the second quarter that could have kept that game close. So we'll see how Pine Bluff does. Grambling moving the ball down the field right now. They're at the Hampton 18-yard line. Just picked up a first down. So Grambling look like they're going to be on their way to getting some points on this drive. And like I said, I'm going to keep tabs on the Valley game. We got Southern and Alabama State coming up at 5 o'clock. We have Alabama A&M at Vanderbilt at 6. Bethune-Cookman at Memphis at 6, and Alcorn at USM at 6. And then to close out the night is the Labor Day Classic, man. Texas Southern and Prairie View, 7 p.m. kick. I'm going to be all over that one watching, man. I got a lot of eyes on that one. Really excited for that game, and just really ready to see what's going on. I'm not gonna make no excuses for nobody. But TCU, they had a lot of guys that were new. I mean, obviously Colorado whole team was new. And Shedeur, if you give him time, he gonna carve you up. If it's one thing people in the SWAC know is if you give Shedeur time to throw and he knows where he want to go with the ball, he gonna carve you up. And TCU didn't really get a lot of pressure on him consistently throughout the game. When they did, they had success. But he was able to make some big catches. Jimmy Horn made a bunch of big catches. Travis Hunter made some big plays. The running game, Edwards was solid running the ball. And I thought the offense was really good defensively. They got some work to do defensively, but that's a first game. So it was pretty solid. You can't really ask for a better effort than that to pick up a win in that situation. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with the rest of the season. But on to the Valley game, man. I'm really excited to see what Valley can do in this game. I think Valley going to come out with a victory, but I'm kind of anticipating it being a little ugly because Valley always, they always play games that end up being ugly even if they win. So I'm eager to see what kind of energy and momentum that they can build under Coach Wade. This is a big game for them. They haven't started off 1-0 in a long, long time. So even though it's a D2 opponent, I think that it's vital for them to win this game. Obviously it's vital because it's a D2 opponent, but they haven't had success in the beginning of a season in a long time. So being able to pick up a win and be 1-0 instead of 0-1 will go a long way for Valley. And, not knowing how conference play going to go, you need to win these non-conference games because these may be the only opportunities that you have for wins. Yeah, I'm kind of watching the Hampton Grambling game right now, trying to keep tabs on it. Grambling showing some flashes. Miles Crowley had a great first drive. Second drive was kind of iffy, but they need to lean on that run game. They have a great group of running backs, and they need to make sure that they touch the ball. I think Grambling going to be dangerous if they continue to make the plays that are there. I don't think they need to force anything defensively. They've been up and down, but I think Grambling's looking pretty good right now. So we'll see. They are driving right now. Look like they got the ball at their 17, I believe, third down and 10. So we'll see if they can punch it in or get a field goal. I was kind of curious about the decision Hugh Jackson made to go for 2 on their first touchdown. So I don't know if they don't have any confidence in their kicker. That's something that's gonna be important to keep an eye out on because you don't want to be in a situation where you can't trust your kicker, especially in an early season game like this. So we'll see if they don't get this first down, what they do. But we'll see what they do on fourth down. So pretty good start to the season. Like I said, Pine Bluff came out pretty hot. I didn't necessarily think they would get the win, but I thought they showed some things. They're gonna be a tough team to beat. that USM Alcorn game, obviously that game is very spicy on social media. So we'll see if Coach McNair can have his guys ready to bring some of that energy from there to on the field. I love Jarion Howard. I think he is probably the best back in this game. Frank Gore is a solid runner, but I like Howard a lot. USM is favored by 24 points in this game, so I think Alcorn can at the least beat that spread. Southern Miss does have a new quarterback this year, and they lost their #1 receiver, so they're breaking in some new pieces. Memphis and BCU, I'm interested to see that game. I thought Cam Ransom would be the quarterback at BCU, but he's awaiting information on his waiver because he's transferred twice already. I don't think he's gonna get it because they've been real stingy with those waivers. So they're going with someone else. But I want to see, what Coach Woody can do with his guys. I mean, this is a good opportunity to just come out and play free. Just let the guys come out, let them see what you got. There's no pressure on Bethune-Cookman at all in this game, so you can come out, balls to the wall and just let whatever happen. And see what goes on from there. But should be like I said, interesting Saturday. You got Southern Alabama State coming up in about an hour and some change, a little bit under 2 hours, hour and 45 minutes. Definitely, as you can tell, definitely ready for that game, man. I want to see this matchup. I think the defenses on both sides are gonna really be the leaders in this game. I think the offenses are gonna take a minute to get going, and I think this will be a fourth quarter game. Southern Alabama State, I think is gonna come down to the fourth quarter because I think both offenses are gonna take a little while to get going. But I think there's potential on both sides. Interested to see what Davis does at quarterback. If he takes a step. This is his second year running this offense. Last year was his first year playing in college, so he had a very up and down season. Can he take that next step? That's something very interesting to see. Right now it is hard to tell because some reports out of Alabama State saying that he didn't look that good in practice or scrimmages. But some people say the offense is looking good. So we'll see how that goes. But like I say, man, SWAC football is here. I'm just excited. Finally able to watch some football, man. This long off season is over, and we'll roll into these games, man. So I'm probably not going to be on too long today, man. I just really kind of want to hop on and chop it up a little bit about the action going on because, I want to park myself in front of the TV and catch some of these games. So Valley and Central State have started. 12:41 left in the first. That game right now is 0-0. So Valley is going to be making some things happen. Grambling kicks a field goal. They're up 9-7 over Hampton. So that's good. So hopefully we can get that. We can get these non-conference wins because the SWAC needs them in the worst way. So I'm really, I'm really feeling it. I'm liking what I'm seeing so far early. But right, we'll see how everything shapes up toward the end. So, and obviously, the big game taking place on Sunday, Orange Blossom Classic, a lot on the line in that game. Jackson State had a huge first game against South Carolina State. So they got that under their belt, and FAMU is eager to break the streak. But like I said before, and we've said on multiple shows, is this a mental hurdle for FAMU? If they fall behind, is that gonna linger on them? Or are they gonna be able to, stay the pace, stay the course, or can they get off to a fast start? Because they have yet to score a touchdown in this matchup in these last 2 years. So they really need some positivity for them to kind of get things going and get some of that stuff out the way. Jackson State, like I said, coming off of a big showing, can they play another solid game? That would be one of the things to kind of keep an eye out on is can JSU continue to play like they did in the first game. I definitely think Irv Mulligan needs to get the ball, man. I think he's going to be a great back in this league. So they should continue to feed him and see what he can do for you, because when you have a solid back that can run the ball, it makes it a lot easier to pass the ball. And they were really consistent on taking what South Carolina State gave them. Can they do that again, or are they gonna try to push it a little bit further down the field? That's always something to be mindful of. But right now, let's see. We're just giving y'all a little update on the Hampton game. Hampton has the ball. Hit a big pass play in the Grambling territory. So this seems like this might be a back and forth affair. I kind of thought it'd be a kind of game that goes, back and forth. I think both teams have a lot to prove. Hampton's lost a lot of guys. Grambling, coming off of a bad season, so both teams kind of have a lot to prove. And they're pretty even, honestly. But I like Miles Crowley out of the two quarterbacks. But Hampton has, they were solid against HBCU opponents last season. They didn't do well in the CAA, but they did really well against their non-conference opponents. And Hampton has scored a touchdown. They now lead 14-9. So they have jumped up on Grambling again. This is going to be a back and forth game, man. I think we should definitely be in for a treat. And definitely we're going to be in for a treat and going to keep my eyes out on that one. Like I said, I'm probably not going to be on here. I wanted to be on here longer, man, but I think with so much things going on, I think I'm going to kind of sit back and catch these games. And I know a lot of people getting ready for their games, and I want to get ready for mine. So we're going to probably rock with you for a few. Valley gets a touchdown, their first touchdown of the season. So they lead Central State by a score of 7-0. So really good move for the Delta Devils to get on the scoreboard. Hopefully they can bring up a few more points in this game, because like I said, offensively, Valley has not been great the last few years. So if they can find some kind of way to put some points on the board, I think that'll go a long way in helping this team really make some things happen. But it's good to see Valley with some positive action and some positive momentum. They get on the board, and we'll see how Central State responds. Going back to that Labor Day Classic, like I said, we talked a lot about it the last few weeks. Big game, man. I hate to say, I personally don't really like conference games early in the season, because if you fall off in that game, you have to hope the team that beat you loses twice for you to pass them. But this game has always been first, so just like the Orange Blossom Classic is a game that's rooted in the first game for the last few years. This is what it is. Big stakes on the line. Can Prairie View keep the streak going? Can TSU break that streak? I'm leaning toward TSU in this game, because I think number one, I think they have a lot to prove. Both teams came up one game short. TSU came a few yards short of making a SWAC championship game. Prairie View came up a whole half short, but they both feel like they had some food left on the table, and I think they both are hungry to prove that they can make it. Prairie View has been really they feel like they've been disrespected in the offseason. They haven't gotten the accolades and the attention that they think they deserve. Their running game is definitely going to be a key in this game. If they can run the ball and that helps open up their passing game, that can help them. TSU did have a tough time stopping the run last season. So if that continues to be something that Prairie View can exploit, then you're looking at a very interesting game on the PV side. But if TSU can keep their run game going, and then also take advantage of the fact that they do have the better quarterback out of the two, and they have some really good wide receivers, if they can open this game up, they may be able to pull away. So I'm, like I said, I'm very excited for that game. Almost not quite, but almost as excited as I am about my team's game. So really, I think a lot on the line. Like I say, if y'all watch Flag Smoke, then y'all know we got a bet on the line. My co-host Jamie G and the super TSU fan Lowe's J got a bet going on this game. So TSU win, Lowe's J get to take the seat on the show Thursday. So a lot on the line in that aspect, man. I think anytime you got a streak that's long like that, man, you really, at some point it's got to end. And what better way to end it than at home? And I think out of the two teams, Prairie View offensively, I think their running game is a smidge better. TSU runs the ball very well themselves, but I think because Prairie View is so run focused, I think their running game is a smidge better. But the difference in quarterbacks goes to TSU. Can they avoid the turnovers? Can they stop Prairie View from moving the ball on the ground and make Prairie View have to throw the ball? That would be something really beneficial to them. The only other game that I haven't talked about at all was Alabama A&M and Vanderbilt. A&M's slated to play two quarterbacks in this game, so we'll see how that goes. We'll see how they handle it. They playing like one, if one gets a quarter, the other one gets a quarter, or are they doing series, or are they just gonna, the guy with the hot hand gonna play, and if he cools off, then you bring in the next guy. We'll see how they handle that. I would love to see them come out and play to win this game. I know it's almost a meme now about Coach Maynard saying, he get paid to win SWAC games, but I think, at least if you can come out and put some pressure on Vandy early, you got a good running back in Donovan Eaglin. If you can, get him going, and get your offense, get your offense getting some momentum and moving. I think that can help you go a long way. I don't think you should lay down in these games before the games even start. If you come out, my philosophy in these kind of games is you come out and you play your normal game. You see what happens. If you come up short in late in the mid second half or whatever, depending on how far you fell behind, then you just go ahead and start to get your young guys some run, and just get ready for your next game. I don't believe in coming in and just giving up the game because you have a scholarship difference. There's a lot of upsets in FBS, so why not one of us? Howard had a really, really good second half against Eastern Michigan last night, and almost won. Almost put themselves in position to win that game, just by playing their game. And I think a lot of times that's what those I don't know where the disconnect comes with the SWAC and everybody else, but for whatever reason, our teams don't go into those games with that mentality. And when they do, they come up, they are in the position to win the game. If you look years back, you look at Grambling at Arizona, which is a game Grambling should have won. Alcorn had a tough matchup against USM that they should have won. Jackson State came up short at ULM a couple years ago. So the opportunities are there to win those games. It's just when are we ever going to get over the hump? And we got my man Blake in the house. I know he about to represent them Braves, about to go down in Hattiesburg. So I'm probably going to try to have every game, man, in my vision at some point today. So I'm, like I said, man, I'm really excited to have SWAC football finally going on again. And I'm glad that we got some games early and not all the games late. So I like that Thursday game. Just for the fact that if somebody got a chance to start their season off. I'm not a fan of Thursday games. I don't like them, but when it comes to week one and we're getting some action, I definitely don't mind it there. That's it, man. It's football season. What more can you ask for? My football season got off to a rough start last night. My high school went down, I think, 42-0 on the road. So hopefully my Jags don't let me down. But it's football, man, and I'm excited. And man, I'm really bouncing off the walls. So I'm ready, man. I wish I was in Montgomery today, man. Because I would love to be there. Right now, I got a lot of energy that's going through my body because I'm first game of the season, man. Is like the night before Christmas. Leading up to the game is like the night before Christmas, and you're ready to unwrap all them gifts. And that's what the first game of the season to me is like, man. You sitting there, you anticipating, you're thinking about, how the game's gonna go. You're listening to everybody talk about, the predictions and this and that, and you're ready to just see it all take place and unfold in front of you. So it's been a pretty interesting start of the season on both sides. We got PV in the house, we got TSU in the house, man. I know the talking is going on heavy between y'all, man. So I'm glad we got both purple and gold teams in the house. We got TSU in the house. I know we got some Jags in the house. Anybody else representing, man, y'all throw it up like they say. But we're gonna continue to keep tabs on these games. Hampton Groundling just punted the ball back to Hampton, so we'll see if Groundling can get a stop there. Haven't got any more updates from Valley yet. Last I saw, they were leading 7-0, and like I say, man, I've been in love with what Valley's been doing since like the middle of the summer. Like I just like a lot of what they've been doing. Building their brand and getting the interest going. So it's important for that to carry over to on the field. It's important for that to carry over on the field because I think they can win 3 or 4 games. I think that can go a long way helping this team because we all know Valley's a tough job. You have to have a certain mentality to coach there. You have to have the energy to coach there. And I think a young guy that's an alumni of that school, that played there, that understands. We got my boy Jamie G in the house, man. What's going on with you, big soldier? He repping for PV tonight, so you definitely gonna be excited to see him because I really want to that situation is really why I'm so excited for this game because I'm looking forward to the after effects, man. I know the trash talk gonna be off the chain, so to speak. So I'm really excited to see that, man. I've been kind of talking back and forth with a couple of people, so I love it, man. I love SWAC football, and I love the SWAC the trash talk. And it's on and popping, man. 9-0, is it possible? Or will the streak stop at 8? That's gonna be the thing, man. We got Jamie G. Like I said, he rocking heavy with them Panthers today. Never thought I'd see that, but he rocking heavy with them Panthers today. And the TSU contingent is coming at him. So if y'all, man, like I said, man, if y'all going to the games or whatever, man, y'all definitely hit me up on the socials because I want to keep tabs on what's going on. That's a long time, man. That's almost as long as it's been since Southern won a championship. So I know that's a long time. But I don't know who you talking to. I hope you ain't talking to me. But hey, that seat might be in jeopardy, man. That seat might be in jeopardy. We're gonna have a big ceremony if it is, man. We're gonna definitely do a passing of the torch for one night. So I really, really want to see what happened with that. Like I say, we just chopping it up, man. They got nothing really. Just kind of keeping tabs on these games for y'all. I know, like I said, most of y'all probably kick back watching some of these games or getting ready to watch your team's games. Like I said, man, I'm almost speechless. I'm just so excited for these games, man. Really, need to pull up Valley game. If anybody watching Valley game, man, can y'all put an update on that? Or kind of let me know how the Delta Devils looking. Because I'm very, very hyped for that. Hampton seems like they're putting together a drive on Grambling. Grambling defense definitely need to get a stop. The offense been playing well in spurts. If you remember last season, Grambling was a poor second half team. So I'm definitely I think that's going to be one of the big factors for them all season is to be able to play 2 halves. Grambling I don't think Grambling ever played a full game all season. They had some really good first halves. I think they had a good second half against Pine Bluff last season. But other than that, they would really play good first halves and then kind of fade. So I want to see if they can continue to develop that because I think Grambling got a lot of talent, but Central State, they got on the board. Valley mistakes, man. You know, I want to see Valley continue to not make them kind of mistakes. Those are mistakes that Valley make in these kind of games. So hopefully they can clean that up and get what happened and get themselves back on track, because you cannot drop this game, man. I don't care how you spin it. I don't care, you know, how you look at it. You cannot drop a game like that because that's just that just cannot happen, man. I'm gonna now if y'all down, man, I'm gonna put the link to the stream in the chat. If y'all want to come on and if I can ever get it working, y'all know I'm not the most technical person, so I'm gonna work on getting that link and put it in the stream. And so if y'all want to come on and chop it up a little bit before we get too far ahead, then we'll make that happen. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to make that happen. I'm not good at this kind of stuff, so y'all just bear with me. But Grambling Hampton up 21-9 on Grambling. That's not what I wanted to see, man. I don't want them to fall too far behind because there's been a lot of okay, they called back the touchdown on Central State. There's been a lot of talk on Grambling, you know, being a team on the come up, and you can't drop a game like this, especially in that kind of fashion. So I'm sorry, y'all, man. I'm having some issues over here. All right, there we go. All right, finally got it. So if y'all wanna, if anybody wanna hop on, man, y'all just click that link and you can come on. You don't have to. You can just keep the audio, or you want to do the visual, that's fine. But if you want to just keep the audio, then we can make that happen. So if anybody want to come on and chop it up, you can hit that. If not, we'll continue to do our thing, man. Because like I said, right now, Grambling is losing 21-9. And Central State touchdown was called back, so we'll see what happens with those games, man. But Grambling definitely need to tighten up a little bit, man. They gave up a couple big touchdowns to Hampton. They've given up the big play in this game, and I think that hurts a lot in these kind of situations. So, like I said, man, you can't fall behind any more than where you are, because otherwise, at this point, you're gonna start to get outside of what you wanted to do, and I think that kind of hurts your game plan. And I just, you know, like a lot of people feel like about Willie Simmons. That's how I feel about Hugh Jackson. I feel like at some point Hugh Jackson is gonna put his hands in everything, and it's not gonna come out right. So that like I keep harping on it, but that early 2-point conversion, man, it don't really make no sense to me. And you got a penalty on that play, and you still had opportunity to kick that point, even though, you know, I guess you could say half the distance or whatever. It is half the distance is one of the things that, you know, you probably better off taking it, but I don't really think that you need that 2-point conversion that early in the game. Yeah, that's a good question, Los J, man. Hopefully some PV people turn out. I want to see a good crowd at that game, man. I want to see y'all really pack that place out. I know you gonna be on the Low J, you gonna be on PV side? Because I know you said earlier you was gonna run around there and give them the business. So y'all look out for that, man. For the trophy chasers, man, running around now on the PV side, talking a lot of noise. So speaking of crowds, man, it's not a great crowd at this Hampton Grambling game, and I mean it's understandable because you got both teams basically being from far away, and I would have liked to seen a better turnout in this game. I think this probably would have been an even better home and home because when the last time you get one of those teams to come to Grambling, it's been a minute. So maybe you get a game like that, but you go all the way to New Jersey and you don't put your best foot forward. It's tough. So hopefully Grambling can clean this up and make some things happen. Got about 6 minutes left in the second quarter in that one. And other than that, man, the countdown continues, man. We inching closer and closer to the rest of the games. I'm like I say, every game left on the schedule today, I'm really excited for. Hey, tell them to cheer for you, man. Like I said, I'm in the studio today. I'm not where I want to be, man. I want to be in the Gump. I had a folding chair to bring with me. I was all ready, but ultimately ended up not making the trip. So I'm gonna be parked in front of my TV with my folding chair, still ready to smash some Hornets with it because it's on and popping, man. We're gonna make these things happen. But like I said, man, we're gonna kind of wrap this thing up, man. We're gonna keep this a little shorter than normal because I wanna sit back and watch these games. I know y'all watching a lot of the games, so I wanna catch up on these games and get myself ready for tonight, man. Go ahead and get my meal in, get my pregame meal in, and get comfortable for this SWAC action. So y'all make sure y'all check us out tomorrow. I'm gonna have my recap. It should be. I'll probably have it up by like 1 p.m. or 1:30. So y'all want to get all my thoughts on these games that take place today and Thursday's game. That'll all be there. I'm gonna have a show on Monday to recap the Orange Blossom Classic, and then Tuesday I'll have my top 10 show and my top 10 show and SWAC coaches press conference show. That'll be on Tuesday, and then of course I'll preview week 2 on Wednesday, and then the big SWAC smoke episode, probably the only episode bigger than this one is the 100th episode that we had. I may have a special guest on Thursday, so y'all make sure y'all check back in with us on Thursday. Y'all catch all the rest of the shows, and we're gonna continue to bring y'all some stuff throughout the season. So man, I'm about to go ahead, man, and get ready to kick back and watch these games. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all evening, and I'll catch y'all on the rebound. Oh, hold on, let's see, we got somebody. Oh, we got the big soldier. I can't go nowhere. We got the big soldier. What's up, nah? Oh, they're losing.
I'm up there.
What's happening? What's up, boy? What's happening with it?
Man, I'm telling you, listen. Hey, y'all gonna see me Thursday, man, because PV going undefeated, bro. 9-0. Hey, like they say, we coming tonight, baby. PV fans, y'all stand up. Hey, we going 9-0, baby.
What they say? Who you rooting for?
Man,
let's make it happen.
Man.
Hey,
Valley looking pretty good too.
Yeah, man, I'm about to try to catch the rest of the game, man. I thought Grambling fell off a little bit, man.
Grambling. Oh man, it's getting ugly for Grambling real quick, Doc. They ain't got no defense or something.
That's what surprised me in this game, man. I thought Grambling defense would be able to hold them down, but right now it ain't looking that way. Miles Crowley started off pretty good, but they fading. They fading big time.
Quick.
But man, I want to ask you because, like I said, man, I'm about to shut it down in a second. I think that kid is a really solid kid, man. He got some issues though. He's a little aggressive. Leroy Bowers, he's a little aggressive after plays. So if he can keep that in check. then he should be. He's in the mix in the secondary. So I hope to see him get some action tonight. Hey Jamie J, I did want to ask you, man. Did you I always say it before I say this. This ain't a Colorado show, but did you watch any of the game?
Yeah, I watched it, man. I'm proud of them boy actually come out there with a win because actually I didn't have them actually winning, man. But I didn't think they was gonna get blowed out like that. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody was expecting them to lose by at least 20 plus. But I'm proud of what they did, man. I mean, I'm not surprised Shador went out there through 400-500 yards, bro.
Yeah,
Got it
man.
all in Travis Hunter and man, they really got some good skill players. Just that defense is gonna be the question. You know?
Yeah, I think they're gonna have most. I think most of their games gonna be this way, man. I think they're gonna be shootouts. So a lot of opportunities for the offense. Defense gonna have to tighten up for sure. And I'm interested to see how long they can play Travis Hunter like they playing him, man, because they played that boy the whole game down there. So man, I want to see if he can hold up to it.
Whatever Travis Hunter taking, man, give it to Jamie G because I need that.
Shit, me too. Hey, that's what I need. Whatever he got, I need it, bro, because I'm hurting, man. It don't take nothing to wear me out no more. So I need whatever that is. I need it, man. But like I say, man, we're gonna have the I'm quite sure that the group text gonna be popping later on tonight. So hey, we might have a changing of the guard show, man.
Listen, hey, if you want to, when PV win tonight, we can go live. If PV win tonight, C will go live, and I will come back. I'm ready for it. I'm down with it. If PV win tonight, we go back live.
All right, minutes. Hey, we'll pop on. Hey, y'all, we might be back later on tonight, man. If PV win this game, we might be back on later on tonight. So y'all definitely keep them notifications hit, man, because it might pop up. And I'm gonna let Jamie G get it off his chest. So we'll probably pop on for just a few. So y'all stay tuned for that. But man, I'm about to get up out of here, bro. I'm about to go park myself in front of this TV and eat my dinner and everything. Get ready for these Jaguars. Oh, if they lose, he said, what if they lose, bro?
We still come on. We still come on. Hey, I mean, win or lose, come on for a few minutes. I ain't.
Hey, either way it go, man, we're gonna pop on for a few minutes after the game. So y'all,
because when we come out with that W, they're gonna be like, man, Jamie G told us so, man.
So yeah, we're gonna be back, man. So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned. Like I said, y'all keep the notifications hit because after the game, we're gonna pop back on. So one way or the other, y'all gonna see Jamie G. He either gonna be like, man, I was wrong, or he gonna be like, man, I was right. And if he right, I know him like I know him. If he was right, y'all better buckle up.
You gonna see first thing you gonna see from me is a chair on the screen. That's what you gonna see.
So y'all keep it locked with us, man. We're gonna be back later on tonight, though. We're definitely gonna be back for that. So y'all, post-game celebration or post-game crying, whatever y'all do after the game, y'all make sure y'all keep it tuned to SWACTalk, man, because we're gonna have a little special thing for y'all later on tonight. So with that being said, man, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this thing up, man, because I gotta get my energy up for my Jags, and then I gotta keep my energy up for the night because I know the night gonna be crazy. So y'all stay locked in with us, man, and we're gonna be back later on tonight after the game. So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned to us. And that man right there will be here later on tonight.
I will be here. I can't wait.
All right, y'all. So we're gonna catch y'all a little bit later. So we're gonna holler at y'all.
All right.
All right.